We're on the way to the Pearl Recording Studio, where we're going to be doing a session with the band Ashes from Stone from Minneapolis. Doing a couple acoustic versions that are going to go on their upcoming record that they're working on finishing on. Really excited, and you'll be seeing more soon. For the main rhythm part, what I'll do is I'll use two microphones, one on the body, one on the neck, and I like to pan them a little bit. And for certain songs, you don't even need to double it because it sounds so spacey already. And if you're adding in a lead line of some kind, or depending on your part, we may not want it, but we can always track it twice and mute it if we don't want it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
If it sounds fine, you know, less is more with these kinds of things. If you can sell it with one strumming, even better, because then you don't have two strumming guitars washing the rhythm, you know, so to speak.
It's tougher with acoustic because you got a lot more erratic strum patterns.
And you've got a lot of vibration between six strings, ringing open for a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of room for intonation things that can throw it off. So I'd like to get one really good solid take. Like when we start on Misfire, we'll do one really good solid take of the rhythm. I'll probably get you to do it again. Probably do like one or two takes.
Growing up, music was everything. My family got me into the arts early, and music was what got me through the hard times, and the good ones. I started recording in high school, and went on the fast track through college, before getting a job at Ardent Studios. There I learned from the best in the business, and even worked on Grammy-nominated recordings and movie soundtracks. Since then, I've built studios and worked with platinum-selling artists, and learned a lot along the way. Some of what to do, and a lot of what not to do. Meeting new artists in Minnesota has been great so far. Lots of talent and great songs, too. I have a lot of knowledge about recording, production, and mixing to bring to the North Star State, but even more to learn from each and every artist I work with. Each recording I do becomes the best recording I've ever done, and as long as that stays true, I will continue to create, arrange, and assist others in fulfilling their art. Like most musicians, I make music because I have to. It's an integral part of me. And helping others record and produce their music is a core part of that passion. My name is Jason Gillespie, and music is what I do.
After we wrapped up the session at the Pearl, I was really excited about everything we had gotten down. Everything was still kind of raw and needed to be, you know, EQ'd and compressed, and some reverbs and delays and things like that, just to fill it out and get a really good quality mix on it. So the first thing I did when I brought it back home is I sat down and I worked on making sure that the acoustics, the vocals, and the main instruments were all balanced and sorted. I kind of like to mix as I go on my projects. Their other song, Misfire, was different. It was more similar to the original version in feel and structure. Illusion had kind of gone in its own direction, and the string parts were really fun to do for that one just because it was kind of its own thing. And Misfire is a really close representation of what the full band version is. So it took a little bit of a gentle touch when it comes to the strings, because at first, the first mix I had sent the band, it was a little too heavy in the front, and the band heard that and made note of it, and I came back in and redid a bunch of the automation on the strings, and what we ended up with I think turned out phenomenal. But it's part of the reason I go back and forth with the bands when I do mixes, is because I like to get their input, and I like to get their ear on it, and make sure that I'm hitting the mark. And on this one, I really think what we ended up with did, and it sells a great song in a whole different light with a different set of instrumentation. Alright, and Flow Right Through was fine, right? Yeah. Another Misfire you. Here you go.
Flow right through, yeah.